trying to get take it. I'm like, yeah, it's not worth it, man. I'll go out on a nicer day. I was in, I had my waders on, I was in the stream. It was all over the place. And then I had my, team staff, like, pliers, and I pinched the hook and put it in my arm. That's why.
Yes, I need someone. I'll be right back. I can't change the agenda. No, that's like, oh, I'm holding this for Ed. I'll get that.
If there's no one here, we will make up the second to it. She'll make a press conference. Instead of having a shit show. Oh, yeah, they won't say that.
Huh? That's the only, I mean, after.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no sense in making it.
No, he knows. We have to talk to him. I'm just saying, it's
Talk to me about anything.
we have to come back. So we have to go back for that. Is that, huh? You need it. You can tell. You didn't say
Oh, it just super more that. That doesn't have the name.
We gotta get back here and talk about
Yes.
I'd like to call to order the Greater Johnstown School District Special Board Meeting. If you want to participate in the opening prayer, I appreciate you standing. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation of God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, Debbie.
Mr. Allen,
Here.
Mr. Spelke is absent, is health related. Mr. Beatty.
Here.
Mr. McMillan.
Here.
Mr. McKessick. Here. Mrs. Murray. Here. Mr. Pence.
Here.
Mr. Rumsberg.
Here.
Ms. Walkie. Here. 8 members present, 1 absent.
I need a motion of the approval of the agenda. I need a motion. Motion by Michael, second by Jim. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed. We got what, couple presentations?
We sure do, Mr. Pence. We have some real exciting presentations here this evening. I do not see a student from the high school as the student reporter, Mr. Crishati. Is that accurate? Okay, so we'll go ahead with the other ones, give them a couple extra minutes to get here, not a problem at all. I know the middle school kids are excited to share a lot of great things happening at Johnstown Middle School. This really needs to be led by our new interim assistant super. Boy, you got a big demotion there, Mr. Corder. Our assistant principal, Mr. Kordick at Johnstown Middle School, said, you want to come up and walk us through all of the amazing things that are happening at our middle school.
Yes, thank you. And once again, I'm Mr. Kordick, the interim assistant principal for the middle school. Since we started, we have a lot of kids in the middle school that are really taking on some interesting roles. They have come up to us and have volunteered to do some things that we could only imagine that could have taken effect so far into this. And I do also thank Mrs. Labley and Ms. Capagna for their help in this also, because they've helped a great deal in this. What we do have today is we have 4 members of our JMS news crew. And all 4 of these members are also part of our JMS cleanup crew. And we will explain a little bit more of this as the presentation is done. I do have about 2 minutes long, correct? About a 2-minute long video on what they have been working on to show you an example of the news that we would like you to watch here very quickly.
It'll be on that wall.
Is the screen on? Maybe, huh? Thank you. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. Very nice of you.
Should I do a drum roll?
Volume will be okay. Should be okay.
Right.
And they picked this one for you, so.
Is this the pencil one?
This is.
It's choice.
Oops. How do we get the
Some
volume?
volume here.
Try
Is
again.
there a trick to the volume, Mr. Spartan, that we're missing?
There you go.
Which one is it, Dean?
That's good.
They were really embarrassed to come up here today. Just to give you a little bit of background too, they do this every single day. All right, they are part of our Summit Academy, and they'll come down when they get their work done, and they'll shoot the videos, they edit it, they send it to me, and then I post it to our whole entire JMS staff. So we'll just say who you are,
I'm Joel Rocker, and I'm the anchor.
okay?
The anchor man.
I'm Simon Willful. I'm the breaking news guy and the sports guy. Okay, I'm the Jeffers, and I'm the news reporter.
I'm Nora Miner, and I'm the weather person, and I also say the joke of the day.
All right, and then we have a crew of about, how many are there, 12?
There's 17 people.
17 people that also came to Mr. Riplett and myself, and we call them the cleanup crew. They'll come in the mornings and on their own, we bought them some pickers. We have gloves for them, buckets, and they will go around the school picking up, different items that are on the ground in the staircases, and they will also do it at the end of the day. So these four would like to ask if you have any questions for them. They would gladly answer them.
Do you have any questions?
They work hard.
I don't have any questions, but I'm quite impressed.
Thank you.
Impressed. Pretty good, very good.
So Nora, that was the joke of the day, that day. What's the joke of the day for today? I heard it, but the rest of the folks
I
did.
don't remember.
You don't remember tomorrow?
You had two, about a volunteer.
Alright, so, we record so many that we don't even remember. We record days in advance sometimes.
Okay, fair enough.
Today, so I don't remember that.
It was librarian day.
No, that was
Okay, it's okay. We're good.
And while Dr. Arcure is bringing, I know she has something for them. They are also interviewing teachers to put on the news on Fridays, and they're going to start interviewing students also. They're doing different things in the news segments also. So, we want to again just say they are doing a fantastic job, and I am so proud of them, and everybody in our school is just proud of them. I know everybody looks forward to getting the email from me now, so it's awesome.
That's right. And just so everybody knows, I was able to share the news with your elementary teachers because I wanted the elementary staff to see where look at them now. They're in the lights of the Johnstown Middle School and they're doing great things. And I know that just made their day because they haven't seen you for a couple of years. So they were pleased to see all of the good things you're doing. So I do have some certificates. Mrs. Hasselbauer tried to make this look sort of like a news. You can see it. Mrs. Hasselbauer.
He's seen already.
I'll
And,
take mine.
okay, there we go. And we're just gonna back up with Mr. Kordick. We're gonna get a picture of all of us. We'll stand this way. Come on up. Mrs. Langley, Mrs. Compiga, come on up. There we go. There you go. You're fine. No, you're fine. No, we're gonna put you on this side.
Don't hide your faces.
That's right.
She doesn't yell.
All right, thank you very much. So we do not have our student council reporter here yet, so we are just going to, thanks folks, thanks so much. And thanks to the parents we know behind wonderful students, our supportive parents doing a great job at home. Thank you so much. So we'll continue with the meeting, and if our student reporter from the high school makes it, then we'll just have them come on in and we'll take a brief break in the action, okay? All right.
We don't have any hearing of citizens.
No, sir.
Well, I gotta make that on here, so that it can be short. We got a break for an executive session for about a couple minutes.
What's that? No.
just for the board, because we're not taking action on the exec matter, it's just a contractual issue. Does the board want to go through the meeting so that we don't have everybody wait?
And then we can just
Then you
meet
can still
briefly
convene
after.
afterwards.
Oh, afterwards?
Yeah.
Great
Only
idea.
because if not, you're gonna,
Oh, no,
Yeah,
no.
let's do that.
just a thought.
Oh, yeah. No, that's great.
You're getting applause from the audience, Mr. Repack.
Did you let yourself go? We gotta go. We thought we were.
We thought we were.
Hey, well, you could have said that.
I didn't realize we were there, but
You know?
would have said so. I saw his meetings.
We used to put goals
Oh, no, in the back, we could just.
So afterwards.
Can we do a adjourn? If we just go back here before that, just announce.
Anybody
the exec session.
I got you. Yeah, yeah, then that way we'll tell Samantha.
Yep. That was great.
After I grab food. I said after I grab food.
Yeah, it's okay.
We went down 2 different hallways.
Today, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I could. It's had one of those days.
Pizza.
Yeah.
You took a shortcut.
Oh, man.
It's my fault.
You guys know? Okay, so now we can go to, I need a motion for the approval of the minutes of the regular board meeting on March 7th. Edward, second by, Mike, and then we need a roll call, right? Yep.
Mr. Allen,
Yes.
Mr. Davy,
Yes.
Mr. McMillan, Mr. McKessie, Mrs. Murray,
Yes.
Mr. Pence,
Abstain, I was, guilty.
Mr. Rumsberg,
Yes.
Ms. Walke.
Yes.
Motion passes.
President's report, my report is, I did a lot of talking with the board and with Ron and Amy and Dr. Arcurio and on their report, you'll be having part of it, so that's that. So Amy, Dr. Arcurio, will you go with your superintendent report?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Pence. I just want to take a minute to reflect on the past couple weeks that we have had some significant school safety issues, not just in the greater Johnstown School District, but school districts across the Commonwealth and even across the nation. Recognizing, no rhyme, no reason, how challenging these events are to our families, to our staff, to our students. That no one is immune from the emotional drain that these events put on each and every single one of us. The level of anxiety, and for myself, after everything is said and done, the level of depression that sets in, that this is the school community that we have through no fault of our own, can't explain it, can't always understand it. All we can do from a school district perspective as leaders in the district is respond to it as quickly and swiftly and proactively as we can. But that doesn't lessen the level of challenge that this brings to each and every one of us when we're faced with the safety of someone else's child. It's a huge responsibility that I know we all share, making sure that, we're constantly, the bulk of our executive session that we just came out of was about school safety and security and making sure that what we have in place in our district is top of the line and the best response that we can give to ensure our families and our community that, their children are safe with us, and ensuring our staff that the Greater Johnstown School District is a safe place to work. And so I commend the amount of time that the board puts into these conversations. I know that we also spoke about adding metal detectors at the Johnstown Elementary School. I shared with you that there was concern at the elementary school in light of a recent, gun issue, and nationally, a child shooting their teacher. And when we had a staff meeting at the elementary school, that was one of their biggest concerns, that our children in our community at times have access to weapons, and parents may not be aware of it. So through no fault of anybody's and not pointing fingers, what is our collective response to ensure the safety and well-being of our students and staff? And we will definitely be moving forward on the implementation, the addition of metal detectors at Johnstown Elementary School. The staff spoke very passionately about their concern of students leaving buses and coming right into the school. At the middle school and the high school, students have to, go through our metal detectors. And that's a procedure that we've had in place. But at the elementary school, we sometimes think, we don't have to worry about the youngest children. But unfortunately, we now recognize and know from a national event that that's not the case. So we will be adding additional metal detectors to Johnstown Elementary School at the back of the school, where buses drop off students at the beginning of the day. And we're going to implement some of the best, highest technical metal detectors. These are brand new. And we were talking, we have these metal detectors at the middle school and the high school. And now there's a better model of metal detector. So it's almost like, technology. As soon as we buy technology, it becomes antiquated and you don't have the greatest model. So our goal will be to add this new metal detection technology that's used all over the world in places like the NFL games, Walt Disney World, just to, begin that process of ramping up security at the elementary school. And then as we continue to make changes on our existing security, we will have new technology, to our advantage. But, we'll unfortunately not be able to get rid of everything we have and just keep upgrading, because we just don't have to support that. But now that we're adding to the elementary school, I think the staff will be very pleased that the board was willing to, take immediate action after their concerns were brought to us as administrators after the last scare regarding the student in our elementary school. So thank you all for that on behalf of the staff, the families too, and of course our students. Just an update about summer programming. Not that I'm excited that summer's just around the corner, but summer is just around the corner. We will again this year be the host school district for our Summer in the City program. The Summer in the City program will take place at the Zion Church downtown. That was the site last year when we had programming off-site. That is no cost to us. It's advantageous because the students are able to walk to and take advantage of the library, the Flood Museum, without transportation being in addition to that. The Summer in the City program will be running, and we'll put this all out again on social media for families, but we will run Summer in the City at the Zion Lutheran Church, I believe. Is that right, Dr. Castellan? Thank you. I almost said Presbyterian, and I don't want the Lutherans to get upset. The Zion Lutheran Church in the city and Johnstown High School for our credit recovery for Summer in the City. That will take place from June 20th to August 11th, Monday through Friday from 9 to 3. We will once again host Trojan Summer Academy. That will take place at Johnstown Elementary School from July 10th to August 4th, 8:30 to 12:30. That will be staffed by our school personnel, teachers and paraprofessionals alike. We'll run that on Mondays through Thursday, giving families the opportunity to maybe have an extended weekend and some downtime over the summer. And then Mrs. Lemadou and her team have been working hard putting together extended school year at the elementary school, July 10th through the 27th. That too will mirror the hours of Trojan Summer Academy, Monday through Thursday from 8:30 to 12:30. Summer programs are occurring at the elementary school because we are still undergoing a lot of sewage work at the middle school. So the grounds are going to be torn up, and we don't want to run into any issues with, with kids being in the middle of a construction zone. So we will have that at the elementary school. I would like to thank the welding club, or the welding students at the high school, and the building trades maintenance students at the high school for supporting the Jim Mayer River Walk Trail. They built a pavilion there today. Some of that was posted on Facebook. And again, our students continue to make a significant impact in our city and the success of our city for all folks that take advantage of those walking trails. I know it goes from birth to, to senior citizens. So we're proud of our Trojans for that. And the last thing I wanted to bring to your attention is I have been asked to be a roundtable member of the Affordable Housing Task Force. As you may recall, we had Senator Langer Holtz put together a Senate hearing regarding housing in the Greater Johnstown area and the direct impact that it has on the Greater Johnstown School District. Fast forward, a lot of behind the scenes work, but we now have representatives from HUD in Washington, D.C. visiting us in Johnstown to hear directly from us of what our challenges are and how we can work together to ensure that families that need affordable housing have affordable housing, but also to recognize the overstock of housing and the impact that it has on the Greater Johnstown School District. So I'll be supporting the district and our initiative in that cause. And, I know that you've always given me permission to be a part of those conversations. So stay tuned, and we'll have more information on that as we move through on the task force. And that concludes my report. Thank you, Mr. Pence.
Thank you, Doctor. Now we need the board secretary's report.
Yes, thank you. An executive session was held prior to this meeting from 4 to 5:05 p.m. regarding candidates for the positions listed on the agenda, supplemental employees, litigation matter, safety, security matters, contractual matter regarding St. Patrick's School, and a student matter. And that also concludes my report, Mr. President.
Thank you, Debbie. Ron, for the solicitor's report?
No. Thank you, Mr. President. Just two quick items. One, and again, not to clarify, but when Dr. Arcuri was saying we're getting better metal detectors, I want to clarify what we mean by that. If they're not better in detection, they're better in the staffing and the quickness promise, so we're able to get children through the line. Just when you hear better, it makes it sound like we have antiquated software, and that's not the case. We don't have antiquated equipment or anything of that nature. It's really about the timing and the staffing. And then second, I have to reiterate what Dr. Arcuri said. Tomorrow, I'm a panelist on a safety and security forum where we have a school psychologist, superintendent from Franklin Regional, part of it, and it's an unfortunate, sad item that we have to discuss, but necessary. So again, we're just going to be discussing tomorrow about safety security measures, and I have to say, with the accolades that Dr. Arcuri said about the board, you've taken safety and security very seriously here. Just being part of the team, being part of the safety coordinator, and making sure that everything's kind of goes off as easily as can be when you have such a tragic and necessary lockdown. So again, I do want to reiterate that. Like I said, tomorrow's a necessity. Unfortunately, one day we'll start talking about academics again. But I do thank the board for their commitment there, and I think again, just for me, because I go to different districts. I can't say enough about the board, the administration, and the teachers. They did it, the support staff as well. They all came together, so it was really good to see how the plan kind of worked out. That's all from me, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thanks, Ron.
I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Nadia, our safety coordinator, also for all the hard work that he's done. So
Absolutely.
thank you, Mike.
Very good, Mike.
Absolutely. Yes. Darshell, are you our student reporter? Oh, Matthew's here too. All right. Maybe we'll just stop right now, let these folks get in the door, and then we'll hear from Matthew.
Wait, Matt, you have to start with the song for musical.
Oh, absolutely. All right. So I'm just going to be talking about a bunch of different clubs and all that. So regarding the senior class, the junior fundraiser was delivered on Tuesday, March 28th. The juniors made $800 in profit. Prom tickets will be on sale the weekend of April 17th. The price of tickets are $50 per person. The date of prom has changed, and so has the location. Due to a Wildwood band trip, we had to move the date and the place originally scheduled for prom because 7 senior band members would have missed their senior prom. The new date is Saturday, May 13th, and it will be located at the Grand Hall on Broad Street. The only way that this was made possible is by the generosity of the district to cover the price of the difference. Moving venues from the Masonic Temple to the Grand Hall caused the total price of prom to increase by $2,295. That would have increased the price of tickets by $15 per person. Dr. Arcurio contacted Ms. Oswald, and the district is offering to pick up the price difference. This would not have been possible without the help from the district. As president of the senior class of 2023 and one of the band members that would have been affected by this, I want to thank Dr. Arcurio and the board members personally. Regarding Key Club, the Johnstown High School Key Club's empty bowls will be held April 21st at the Bottle Works from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. We invite all board members and their families to attend. The Key Club had a homeroom contest to raise $98 for Key Club's 98th birthday. We were able to raise $98.73. The Key Club will be planting flowers at the Bedford Street exit on May 10th. The Key Club is sponsoring a district-wide Pride and Tradition Week for victim services as a part of the National Sexual Assault Awareness Month. The Pride and Tradition Week will be held April 24th to the 28th. And we are asking all who participate to wear teal on April 27th to show your support for assault victims. All proceeds will benefit Victim Services Incorporated. Regarding National Honor Society, applications were given out to possible new inductees in March for NHS. Students will be notified after the Easter break about their induction and given an invite to the ceremony. Officers will start their preparing for National Honor Society, the National Honor Society ceremony, which will be held on Thursday, May 11th at Cochran Auditorium. Regarding Interact Club, working on the continuation of the Youth and Peace in Action project, starting the process of developing a peace project based on topics that groups were sorted into. These groups consist of bridging the divide, boosting health and well-being, bringing humanity to the homeless, and focusing on the environment. They hosted the second annual Women's History Month workshop event to educate others about women in the arts. Guest speakers that came to speak were April Cox, Katie Kinka, Christina Marinkovich, and Camille Taylor. Members attended a Rotary luncheon. They are producing our peace projects. There's a highway cleanup on April 29th, and there's a blood drive on April 27th. Regarding the music clubs. Musical had their shows on March 31st and April 2nd, and would like to acknowledge the help of our new building and trades teacher, Will Filofsky, to our commercial arts teacher, Elizabeth Licklider, as well as all their students for all of their help with set design to make the show happen. It really wouldn't have been possible without all of their help. We would also like to thank the JHS main office staff for helping with ticket sales throughout the last few weeks. And our JHS administration for being extremely supportive throughout the last couple of weeks in order to make the musical happen. The JHS performing ensembles will be hosting a basket party on Sunday, April 16th at the elementary school to help support their annual trip to Wildwood. Doors open at noon with drawings to begin at 2 p.m. The JHS Jazz Band will be performing in a combined big band on Tuesday, April 18th at the First Lutheran Church on Vine Street. The recital begins at 12 p.m. and the collaboration will include students from Greater Johnstown, Forest Hills, Richland, and Westmont. The JHS Performing Ensembles will be hosting their annual indoor guard and percussion competition on Saturday, April 22nd at Johnstown High School. The competition begins at 11 a.m. with Johnstown Percussion performing at 4:09 p.m., Johnstown Middle School Guard performing at 5:30 p.m., and Johnstown High School Guard performing at 5:45 p.m. The JHS Spring Concert will be held on Sunday, April 30th at 3 p.m. in the Johnstown High School Cochran Auditorium. This concert will include performances by the JHS Symphony Band, Concert Band, Orchestra, and Chorale. Regarding the Cosmetology Club, the Cosmetology Club is having a fundraiser. A field trip to the hair show at Seven Springs is on April 25th, 2023. This is exciting because the show has been non-existent for over a decade and it is now happening this year. Students will be exposed to professional demonstrations, products, and artists. We can't wait. The seniors are preparing for their NOCDs and will have them completed by April 18th. The seniors are also completing their state board requirements to take the licensing test. All will be tested and licensed before graduation. The club reimburses the students their testing fees totaling $140 once the test is taken. There's also, for the first time, a testing site in Johnstown at the community college, making it easier for students to get the testing location rather than Pittsburgh or Harrisburg. The Scholastic Quiz team is recruiting new teammates to prepare for next season. Regarding Welding Club, the Welding Club finished the remanufacture of 9 barbecue grills for Prima Homing Park. New bottoms and mounting hardware were installed on all of them. 3 bicycle racks were completed for the city. 2 had to be cut down. The city wants the top of the racks to be no higher than 42 inches. 2 of the racks were made 60 inches. The fire pit and bench for FOP are just about to be completed. And regarding fishing, they applied for an angler education permit to take Krista Hare's students fishing. The permit will allow the students to fish without a license for that day. The permit, if approved, will be for Shawnee State Park.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew. So, Matthew, I can't let you escape without some accolades about your performance in the musical. It was fantastic. Everyone was fantastic, but Matthew, you were amazing. Sure, other people have told you that, but but I definitely wanted to make sure that you heard it from me as well. It was a wonderful musical. Thank you all. Darshell, you were behind the scenes, correct? So thank you for your behind the scenes work also. I know all hands were on deck.
It's terrible losing seniors, you know?
I know. We say that every year. So thank you both. Thanks for coming down. We appreciate you being here. All righty. You don't have to stay. It's up to you. Okay.
I need a motion to approve the approval of the Trojan report for the month of February. Motion. Motion Michael, second by Edward. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. Now we'll go to the reports and resolutions of standing committee. Building and Operation Committee, Randy, I get a name for the.
You got the first two.
Yeah.
First two, yeah. We put out for bid some classroom furniture at the elementary school. We got 3 responses, and we're recommending Avail. So BO 3223, that Avail be awarded the quote to supply classroom furniture at Johnstown Elementary School at the cost of $18,043.69 per classroom for the primary grade levels and $16,956.05 per classroom for the intermediate grade levels in using the Ready to Learn block grant.
Just an update on Avail. Avail is a woman-owned business here in the Hornerstown section of the city.
How close were the other ones?
They were all
Right in the ballpark?
very close.
Okay.
The other 2 were at like 19 and 18,000.
Oh,
So
yeah.
within $2,000, they all came
No,
in.
we still got 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Who's the name of the company?
Avail, AVAIL.
AB.
V.
AIL. Motion
Motion.
by Kim, second.
Second.
By Michael, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
Okay, BO 3323 is for library furniture at the elementary school. Same thing, put it out for bid, 3 responses. Avail again came in with the lowest quote. So BO 3323, that Avail be awarded the quote to supply library furniture at Johnstown Elementary School at the cost of $38,495.85 using Ready to Learn block grants.
Motion?
38,000.
Yes.
Motion.
Why
Any
are
question?
we buying furniture? What happened to the furniture we had? We had a library up there.
Second.
Oh, yeah, we-
No.
Any questions? Go ahead, no.
No, go ahead.
No, Ed. So you had we had a motion. Who motioned it? Mike, second by Kim. Any questions? No. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
I got it. BO 3423 and BO 3523.
Motion? Is that you, Tom? Second? Michael, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? All in favor, anybody say it? Okay. I didn't know if my hearing aid was on.
It was.
Opposed? Motion passed. Ed? Okay.
C 1623, C 1820.
Motion,
Motion.
second by Michael. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed. Tony's not here because of ill. Mike,
E-125-23 to E-131-23.
Motion.
motion by Kimberly, second by Paul. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Kimberly?
You need a second.
Yeah, there's another.
Second page, the back of it.
Oh. So you have 130.
E-132-23 to E-134-23.
Motion,
Motion, first page.
Jim, second.
Second.
Mike, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed. Yeah, for personnel.
A PN 27023 that Kara Waters be appointed to the position of school psychologist with all contingencies is listed at a salary of $80,000.
Motion
Motion.
by Michael, second
Second.
by Randy. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
We're not going to address 271 or 272. PN 27323 that Jordan Grant be appointed to the position of special education, emotional support, autistic support, learning support at the Johnstown Middle School with all contingencies as listed.
Motion
Motion.
by Tom, second by Michael. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 27423 that Samantha Deeds be appointed to the position of K-12 art teacher with all contingencies as listed.
Motion,
Motion.
second.
Second.
Michael, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
And PN 275, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, and 82.
Motion
Motion.
by Randy, second.
Second.
By Michael, any questions? All in favor? Motion passed.
Okay, PN 28323 that Will Pulaski be appointed to the supplemental position of 2023 musical stage technical director with all contingencies as listed.
Motion by Missy, second.
Second.
Randy, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 28423 that Sean Murray be appointed to the position of heavy duty cleaner at the Johnstown High School with all contingencies as listed.
Motion
Motion.
by Michael, second.
Second.
Randy, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 28523 that Michael Waleska be appointed to the position of heavy duty cleaner at Johnstown High School with all contingencies as listed.
Motion, Edward, second by Jim. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 28623 that Jasmine Ford be appointed to the position of heavy duty cleaner at Johnstown High School with all contingencies as listed.
Motion, Edward, second.
Second.
By Michael, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 28723 that Jarrett McCullough be appointed to the position of heavy duty cleaner. The building assignment, with all contingencies is listed, and the building assignment and effective date will be determined by the administration.
Motion by Edward, second by Tom. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 288, 289, 290, and 291.
Motion,
Motion.
Edward, second by Jim. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 29223 that Brittany Barball be appointed to the position of paraprofessional, special education, regular education, personal care assistant at Johnstown High School with all contingencies as listed.
Motion by Tom, second by Jim. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 29323 that Elise Griffin be appointed to the position of paraprofessional, special education,
regular education personal care assistant at Shawsell High School with all contingencies as listed.
Motion by Jim, second. Michael, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
Okay, PN 294, 295, 296, 297, 298, 299, and 300.
Motion
So moved.
by Edward, second.
Second.
By Michael, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 30123 that Madison Blau be appointed as a tutor one for the Nita M. Lowry 21st Century Community Learning Centers Program Cohort 10, contingent with all contingencies listed at an hourly rate of $12.
Motion
Motion.
by Michael, second. Edward, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 302 and 303.
Motion
So moved.
by Edward, second. Jim, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed. Athletics, AS 4023 to AS 4623. Motion
Motion.
by Kim, second by Michael. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed. You get another one, Michael.
PF 5523.
Okay, we need a motion.
Motion.
Kim, second.
Can I just
Edward?
say something real quick on that? There was, we changed the amount from when the agenda was put out that you guys got last week. And that was because we accidentally had some voided checks listed on there. So the amount was wrong. Those voided checks shouldn't have been included with your packets. So,
As the attachment.
yeah. Just want to check there.
Roll call.
Mr. Dady,
Yes.
Mr. McMillan,
Yes.
Mr. McKessick,
Yes.
Mrs. Murray,
Abstain, family.
Mr. Pence.
Yes.
Mr. Romsberg,
Abstain, family.
Ms. Foggy,
Yes.
Mr. Allen.
Yes.
Motion passes.
BF 5623 to BF 5923.
Motion
Motion.
by Kim, second by Edward. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed. Now we got a motion for adjournment.
I would just announce we're gonna go in exec session.
Then we're gonna go after,
Yeah, afterwards, just to announce it.
we're gonna have an adjournment, then we're gonna go into an exec. Adjournment is Michael, second by Tom. Any questions? All in favor?
And we can just stay here.
Motion granted.